Alright everyone, welcome to another RFC Reviews. I'm your host Diecast, and today we have Open and Play Big Cannon, which is their follow-up, I guess you could say, their second offering. Their first offering was Big Spring. I believe it was Big Spring, the name. So now we have Big Spring, Big Cannon, and if anyone knows where they're probably going with this, I think my personal opinion is their third figure is probably going to be Big Rod for Rodimus or Hot Rod, or it just, the naming convention goes there. It's not me. It's not my fault. But let's go ahead, and before we take any close-ups of him, we'll just do a couple size comparisons. Here's where I think he fits in the line the best. Maybe a little bit big, but he is sort of, and I thought he would fit in better with leader class, but this is the Optimus Prime from the box set, and yeah, he is a little bit bigger than leader, so get that off to the side, and then we'll do another quick comparison, which is not a fair comparison, but here he is with Fans Toys Sovereign, just to give you an idea, and he's actually a little bit bigger than Sovereign. Not much. They're very comparable, but he is a tad bigger. They're almost the same size at the head, but the head crest kind of swoops up a little bit more on Big Spring. And yeah, obviously it's not a fair comparison. This is a $150 toy. This is a $50 toy, give or take, with both of them. But there you go. There you have a close-up of those two. Best Galvatron figure ever, just saying. FT Sovereign. And let's go ahead and bring in Sovereign real quick. You get a nice head sculpt, nice face sculpt, definitely a big improvement over Big Spring. He has a rotation up and down. He can't do left or right, but he can swivel left or right. And he can do a full 360 if you want. Even got details on the back of the head, which is really nice. Definitely a vast improvement over Big Spring in the face department. His arms can do a full 360, and they are ratcheted. He has a double jointed elbow, which gets you a lot more than 90 degrees. Just like that. And the purple is actually a little bit deeper than what I think it's coming up on camera. I did add this. This was not on there, of course. This is from toyhacks.com. Definitely go and check them out for all your label needs, because they are awesome. Toy Hacks is awesome. Awesome group of guys, just like Captured Prey. And thanks again to Captured Prey for letting me do this review. And we'll go back to Articulation. We'll count this piece as Articulation, because if you don't want that hanging up, you can just collapse that against the backpack. Whoa, don't fall over there. So if you want that going on, he does have a waist swivel, and this does have to kind of swing back just a little bit just to get that waist swivel in there if you want that. His legs are on a ratcheted, can go all the way forwards, all the way back. These clips on the side, his hip skirts, they can just get out of the way, and he can do the full split, which is, again, really nice. Single jointed knee, gets almost 90 degrees, so not bad. And then he does have a rotation at the foot within and out movement, and also forward and back. So he's pretty posable. You can't really complain, especially for the price point on this guy. And let's go ahead and get him into transformation. Don't think there's anything we got. Oh, hands. Everyone, sorry. His hand does rotate left and right, and you can open his fingers, and he does have a single index finger or pointing figure, so you can get that I'm almost pointing with my broken finger going on. So but not bad. I mean, definitely from far away it looks like he's pointing pretty good. So, and again, he can hold the cannon if you want. It is on a hex peg, which I do like because I'm always going, it's not straight, it's not straight. I have to straighten the cannon. I'm there like for an hour trying to pose the cannon on the arm. But he can hold that in his hand if you want him to do that. It just does kind of tilt down a little bit just because it's a little heavy. But you can see the hex port on there that this will plug into when you want it to. So then you can have him pointing and firing. Which is pretty nice. He is a decent Galvatron. I like how his chin does not get in the way for the downward movement. It just goes right underneath this collar right behind it, which is really awesome that doesn't hinder his down looking motion. So let's go ahead and get him transformed. First thing we want to do is we're going to pop this off. Make sure his finger goes in there, and then come up to here, just untab these arm panels, forearm panels, that way the hand can rotate in, just like that. Do the same thing on this side. I'll lower the camera just a little bit. You can put the hand in any way you want. I just like to have the fingers kind of facing out. That's just my preference with any figure. That way the fingers don't get stuck. And then we're going to fold these up just like this. Tab those in. They tab in right at the top of the shoulder right there. And we're going to come to the head. And you just want to open this panel. It is a little tight for some people, but it does loosen up over time. Then you're just going to rotate that in right there. And close that up. And you're going to want to spin it at the waist. Make sure the arm is out of the way. So when you give that a full rotation, this will come up into the back, just like that. And then if you want, you can tab this in to that gray panel right there, which gives him his top part of the cannon. Now we're going to rotate down these treads, and that'll give him the front part. And we're going to rotate these arms down, just like that. Do the same thing on this side, rotate these down, spin these around. And then we're going to bring these out, just like that. And then we're going to come down and work on the legs. And basically with the legs, you want to rotate, you actually want to tab the legs. There's a post right there. And unfortunately, this leg, or this upper part of the leg, is the same as this side, so it has the post on the wrong side, and you can't flip it around because then it's not exactly center, so it won't line up. So on this copy, I kind of have to do it without that piece, which does make it a little bit hard to tab the legs in, but this is just a sample, so sometimes those things happen. There is also a button on the inside of the leg to allow you to rotate this down. It is very, very tight. So once you press that, it releases that top part of the leg, and then that will come down just like that, and you can flip in the foot. We're going to do that on the other side. Open this panel up, get that out of the way, hit that button, which is very, very tight and may leave a mark on your finger. And collapse that up, flip the foot in, and then we're just going to tab everything together just like that. And again, if it looks like it's a little hard, it's just because of that panel not really lining up, being on the right leg. So go ahead and close, tab this stabilizer piece together. And then there you pretty much have Big Cannon in his cannon mode. Now, a lot of people are taking this and flipping this peg back and plugging this in, which you can do. Totally up to you. But there is another way to plug this in. If you pull this clear front of the cannon off, it's on the same hex peg. So you can just plug this in right here if you want, and then this plug will line up right on the bottom. There's another hex port that can plug into, and there you have a much better looking cannon, in my opinion. And he is really nice, and he's a fun transformation. He's simple, yes. He's based off of, or shared engineering of, some of the Voyager Galvatron. So, you know, there is that. But I do think it's really nice if you're able to pick this up and you feel this fits into your collection. Obviously, keep a lookout on CapturedPrey.com. That way, if it becomes available, you can go ahead and order it. And thank you guys for watching. Really hope you liked the video. Please subscribe down in the link below, and we'll see you next time.